Hello and welcome back to another great episode of Minecraft with Ricky on ZetaCraft. To start off today, we are actually in Maya's area, where he's been working on a bunch of different builds, like his ship and his elven temple. But the main reason we're here is actually for this little turtle shell house over here. Now Maya is also doing some holiday homework and has made several of these for each of us to pick as we so choose to decorate on our own. And I have picked this one. And we go inside, it's still a very empty shell of a room. But I think to start off today, what I'm going to do is work on decorating this little home so I have another holiday home for whenever I need to get away from the valley. Let's go into a time lapse here and see what we can do to kind of spruce up this home. Well, it's probably kind of hard to see in that time lapse, but I went ahead and left the outside completely the same. But if we go inside the little turtle house, you can see I've added some couches, some lanterns to kind of match the outside lights that Maya has put throughout his town. I thought it was a nice creative touch to kind of bring the outside into the inside and keep that theme going on. And I also dug out underneath. I made two small little bedrooms just for, having a little holiday home and have somewhere to sleep. And I also made a little living room with a TV in the wall and some end rods for some lights over top. And once again, bringing that lantern look for these little nightstand lamps here, which I think looks really cool. Now I really wanted to keep the same palette that the area has. I didn't want to make it too different, and I think it works really well. But let me know in the description or in the comments down below what you guys think of this. Did I do a good job? Do you like the little turtle home? And also, what should we name this little place? So, would love to hear your guys' opinions on what we should name our little holiday home here at Maya's, what is this, a volcano turtle shell island? Not really sure. But let's go ahead and head back to the portal and make our way back to our valley. Well, we are back in the valley, and it looks like I have a little doggy bag from the spawn build, which in the 25th episode we helped build the giant spawn area, and this looks to be some leftover items for me to have to then sort back into my super efficient sorting system. So we'll have to do that here to go along with the already increasing chest monster that I have going around in the base. But as you can see from our last episode, the forest here next to the outside of the valley has grown back up, and it looks like a normal forest once again. And what I'm going to go ahead and do next is actually tear down this first guardian statue, which I know is a big step since this was something that we built in the very first episode. But like I've said before, I'm not super happy with it. And one of the best parts about Minecraft is if there's something you don't really like, you can always tear it down and rebuild it. So we're going to go ahead and do just that. I'm thinking about tearing it down and actually moving it a little ways back to right in front of this hillside here where I've left a little area here. I think it'll be a nice little addition to the valley as you come in, instead of just kind of standing out over this river here with a bridge that doesn't really match the style of the valley, to be honest. So Like I said, when you're working with Minecraft, sometimes your mind changes as the season goes on, and that's totally okay. It's a great opportunity to just tear down and start all over, and that's not that big of a deal. So let's go ahead and get into a time lapse of doing just that. Well, it's kind of crazy to see the statue in a different location, and I actually changed the cobble deep slate for the tile deep slate. I like the darker coloration for it. I think it makes it pop a little bit more. But overall, I'm very happy with it right there instead of all the way out in this river point where the rest of the valley just didn't really make sense. And one of the things I'm trying to do this season is really work on focal points throughout the valley. And so when I've got this road that was going to be like the main entrance to the valley, I like that this is going to be just a perfect view. The first thing you see when you're coming towards the valley is the statue of the Guardian, and then a bridge with some interesting terraforming that's a little bit different. But if we go ahead and go up the bridge, we get to see our first real view of the valley will be coming across this bridge, which I absolutely love this view. It just shows off these houses right as you first walk in and really kind of gives you that focal point of this is a very different world than the outside of the valley. It's just a brand new biome, which really makes it pop. Now I need to add a few more buildings over on this side of the valley, and I have no idea what to do with this cave entrance right as you first walk in. So please in the comments, let me know what you guys think I should put here, or if I should do anything and just leave it as a natural cave. Now as we head into the valley itself, I kind of had an idea. So I've already got the Guardian here at the entrance of the valley. Ooh, fell off the main road there. I was thinking, what if I had something in the middle of the valley to kind of really be some sort of like central figure for us to kind of have an idea of what to look at. I think I'm going to put it right here on this little peninsula between the two rivers. Gotta just be that point where when you first look through the valley and looking across, you'll see another statue right here. And I think it will really kind of bring a focal point in the center of the valley. So let's go ahead and build another statue and see what that turns out like. Well, I think it's an excellent statue to kind of be that centerpiece in the middle of the valley. It really kind of brings your eyes in, and the view from the bridge is just fantastic. I really like how that lantern really lights the area up at night, and I think it's just really cool. Now this axe here was a design from Time Architect. He wanted to put something in here to just kind of stand out, so I just decided to go ahead and place it in there for him. And the one thing that he had suggested was to put deep slate emerald ore up there, which if I ever find any, I will replace it, but I don't have any at this point in time, so that's why I have the deep slate lapis up there. And over here on the far side of the valley, I decided to make another statue just to kind of put one on each side of the valley as you come in. And this guy, I put a beacon in like this wizard staff, like he's just got this magical barrier to kind of protect the far side of the valley. So I think that's a really cool little addition, and I like how they all have 3 different colors. We've got the crimson wood here, the warp wood, and then the acacia on the guardian at the front entrance. And they're all very similar, but with slight differences in them, which kind of brings a little bit of character to them. So please let me know what you guys think of the guardians throughout the valley. Do you think it's a cool addition or not? And then one more thing that I would like to do today in the valley. I've been putting some pictures of this valley in Reddit, and one of the things a lot of people have been suggesting is to come up with some custom trees and or mushrooms to put throughout the valley. And I've got a design that I really like, so I'm going to put a couple of them around the nether portal here to kind of give a feel for what I'm going to go for throughout the valley. And that should really kind of bring in the style that we're going to go for that magic tree. Now I'm not going to do the whole valley today, but I think I'm going to at least get like 1 or 2 of these trees started just to kind of give that look of this little magical look that we're going for. Let's go and check that out real quick. If we look from a little ways away here, I think that is a really cool contrasting color to go with the teal blue of the valley. And it looks so good even with like the dark rain. And what I really like about this is going to be how I try to naturally light up the valley. As you can see here, there has been some creeper explosions throughout, and someone left me a sign telling me this area is very much not spawn-proof. So this is going to be my answer to it. I'm going to try to organically light up the valley without having to put torches everywhere. I want to be able to kind of get a little bit like a mood lighting throughout the valley without having to have just the torch spam everywhere to keep it lit up. But what's really cool I want to do here real quick is try this with some shaders on. Oh, that's nice. Oh, this place looks so cool with that. Especially in like the gloomy rain. I'll just go to full screen here. Oh, this is so cool. Now imagine these kind of trees all throughout the rim of this valley going around the sides here. And oh, the lantern on the guardian statue looks so good. Oh, I love where this valley is going. This is a really cool look, and the rain is really kind of bringing that mystical vibe to the valley. We'll go ahead and go back to non-shaders here. Well, that is going to be all the time we have for this week's episode as the sun sets over the yonder. But please let me know what you guys think of the Guardian and specifically of these mushroom trees that I've put throughout. I would love to hear everyone's comments on where they think of the valley, and if they think this is a cool use of lighting to be able to light up the valley. But unfortunately, that's all the time we have, and until next time, this has been another great episode of Minecraft with Ricky on ZetaCraft. See ya!